Hello, my name's Mary, and I'm going to be your naturalist for the next 5 minutes. Welcome to Nature Journaling Part 3. Today, we're going to focus on flowers. I'm going to show you how I nature journal with flowers, and then at the end, you'll get a chance to try it. So let's go find some flowers. I think I've found my flower right here. We're going to flash back to some concepts that we covered in some of the beginning videos. The INIWIRMO, which is an abbreviation to help us on our nature journaling, and the 5 senses. I'm going to start with sight. First of all, I notice the color, and when I look a little bit closer at where the flowers are, I notice that there's these round puffs that the flowers are coming out of, and these round puffs are made up of lots of triangle shapes. And I'm going to skip to touch. They're definitely not smooth. They almost feel like leather. If I had a magnifying lens, I could take a closer look, and I don't. But what I do have is a pair of binoculars. What I'm doing is I'm turning my binoculars the wrong way. I'm not looking through the eyepieces, I'm looking through the opposite end, and it actually magnifies it just like a magnifying lens. Now, if you don't have binoculars or a magnifying lens, you might check with your parents to see if they have inexpensive reader glasses that you could use for a close-up look. I'm going to see what this plant smells like. So I'm going to rub the leaves. Ooh, and when I rub the leaves, I notice they're sticky. Now I'm going to do a little scratch and sniff. Oh wow, I would say it reminds me a little bit of pineapple. It's got sort of a tropical smell to it. It's making me wonder. And this is what happens when you journal. Your mind starts to go to other places and you wonder. And this is certainly okay to do because this is what scientists do. So I'm really wondering, based on the smell of this plant, if it's edible. Once I started to ask myself one question about I wonder, there were a lot of other questions that I came up with. I started with, I wonder if it's edible, and then I started wondering who might eat it. And then I started wondering about native people, and might they have used it for medicine? What about other animals that are in the area? Bunnies, deer, insects? Could insects use it to lay their eggs and protect them? We're not going to be tasting today, but what about sound? What does our leaf sound like? I'm going to hold it up to my ear. Nothing's really. Sometimes if you're lucky when you're nature journaling, you'll be able to answer some of the questions that you came up with. One of the questions I had was, do animals eat this plant? And now I see some clues that make me think that they do. Now it's your turn. Before you run out the door, just a reminder, this is all about getting to know your subject well. It's not about creating a pretty picture. So let's take a look at what you need for today. In addition to the basic supplies, I like to have a checklist, the INIWIRMO, and a checklist of the 5 senses. This helps me to get started, and it also helps me to conquer that blank page fright. Good luck. See you next time.